Hello team, good morning all.
Hi, Harry. Good morning.
Hello everyone. So last week, right, we had a discussion on complete Boto3 Python things we have done, and even Lambda we have completed. So far, anyone has any doubt? Any questions? Any doubt?
Hari, you gave one task, right? In I mean, you have given one task, right? In
Yeah.
that, I have created one event bridge. I have given cron job there, but
Okay.
it didn't work out.
Okay.
So
Can you
I
share
have kept
screen?
1 hour 10 minutes. After 1 hour 10 minutes, instance should stop, but it didn't happen.
Okay. I'll show you today. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other doubt anyone has?
Yeah, Hari. Like when we are doing this Lambda functions automate using event bridge rules, right? So when I'm doing it, do I need to do in the same region, like
Yeah,
east one?
it should be same region.
Oh, okay. Because Lambda can be created in any region, right? Lambda function.
Lambda function can be created in any region. The same region you need to create the event bridge trigger.
Okay. Okay.
Similarly,
So, yeah.
event bridge can be created in any region.
Okay. Okay, sure.
Any other doubt anyone has? Okay, at least Vinay and Divya worked on the task. They have some doubt. So what about Basu Babu? What is your status?
Up to user creation, I was done. Event bridge creation, I was not done. Hari. And regarding for that S3 task you are given, right? S3 bucket, you need to put that up CSV file attachment. That also I tried for it. But when I tried it in it is not storing as CSV file into that S3 bucket. Somewhere one object key, something it is like that. It is storing in that S3, but it is not opening as a CSV.
Okay.
That I was did.
Okay. I gave the troubleshooting videos, right? Anyone completed that?
Yeah, I was able to create that S3 bug. I mean, I'm able to save that file, and when I'm running this function repeatedly, the same file is getting replaced with versioning. So that is working fine for me.
Okay. How many of you completed the troubleshooting videos?
Troubleshooting means what do you mean?
Yeah.
We got two tasks, right, Hari? One is adding that adding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
These two items. Okay. Probably today I'll share the troubleshooting one. Okay.
Okay, sure.
I supposed to share it last week, but no issues. Today I'll share. So anyway, today we'll be looking into these two use cases only. Okay, this use cases you guys already know. In our organization, right, there are hundreds of developers are there. Each developer using 3 servers. Okay, what are those servers? Are something like stage server, something like prod DB server, something like app servers. Like we have 3 servers are available. Okay. Each developer, right, using 3 servers. So 100 developers means out of how many servers? 100 into 3, 300 plus servers, right? So during the cap call, SDM discussed for cost cutting. So except production server, right, remaining server need to be stopped, stage and app server should be stopped during the weekend. Only a production server should run. Stage server and app server, the weekend we can keep them in on stop state. So I need to create a Lambda with the trigger, event trigger. Automatic shutdown should happen at Friday, 8 p.m. Automatic start should happen at Monday, 8 a.m. Like this, I need to set up a trigger. So the same thing only I gave you task, I believe. I gave one
Yes.
AWS official URL, right? Same thing. You guys said you have some issue in that. So let me, go through that. So hope you all created an IAM and hope you all created the Lambda function. So if you go like that, we go the roles. If you could check, see, Lambda already available here. Okay, I can use this Lambda role. Okay. So apart from that, if you come, this will have a administrator access. Okay. And if you look at this, just EC2 instances. I think already one Lambda is there. Let me delete this or let it be. Let me create a new Lambda function. Okay. So go on top, click on create function. Okay. Click on create function and we need to provide the function name. I'll give cost cutting Lambda. Cost cutting Lambda. So if you go, we should use Python 3.10, that is the latest runtime. And if you come down right in the permission, we'll be adding our Lambda. Okay, we have a various items, so I can pick any one role and click on create function. Okay, so apart from that, we do have a 2-3 different scenario. One is container image. So this will help us to create and deploy your image into container. We'll discuss about them later. Use a blueprint bin with there will be a sample code. We can follow that. But mostly in the live environment, we will use the author from scratch only. So I'm using the same. Lambda created. Here, if you go, we need to update the code. Okay. So let me open that. Let me go there. Here I'll get the source code. Come down. This is the source code. Copy this code. Paste it over here. And we don't want the region, so I can delete this. Here also I can delete the regions. Okay, and instance IDs, right? We need to pass it like this. So go to the EC2 console. No instance found. Let me create a. Okay, I got the instance. This is my okay. I'm gonna stop the instance, so I'll be deploying it. Fine. Now I need to add the trigger. How can we add the trigger? So open the event. Event. We need to go to Create role name, lambda, stop, and stop. So description is optional. Creator, continue to create role. Either you can give defined rate 2 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that, or you can provide the cron also. Friday 8 p.m. right? So I'll give minutes, hours should be 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20th hour, day of month. Star. No response means we can shift this. Yeah. So you are getting right. Next 10 triggers. Friday 26th. No, June 2, 9, something like that. So let me click on next. And I need to select the service. It should be for Lambda function. It should be for cost cutting Lambda, my Lambda. Okay. Click on next. Next. Create rule. As soon as you hit the create rule button, if you come to your Lambda, by default, as of now, there is no trigger available. But if you refresh, you should be able to see the Lambda created and available. Makes sense. So now what we do, click on this and you will get this. Okay, Lambda stop started. This is the cron expression. This is how it's happened. Got it. So in order to this Lambda to trigger and work, we need to wait up to Friday. So we don't have much time. So what I'll do, I'll create one more event rule. Okay, short term. Testing. So I'll be doing it just, I'll give 2 minutes. Here I have only one event, right? Now if I refresh, I'll get 2 events. Okay, I could see 2 in the bracket. So when you click on it, so you got 2 short term. When you go there, every 2 minutes once, right? It should trigger the Lambda. Currently, the EC2 instance, right, is in stop state, right? Sorry, running state, right? See, it's stopping because of my Lambda. I think it's got triggered. Once again, let it stop it permanently. Let me start it again.
It stopped.
Yeah. What is the time now? 8:14. If you look at 8:16, the instance should be in stop state.
In cron job, you mentioned question mark and star, right? What it means?
Sorry?
In cron job, you just in pattern you used star and question mark, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the question mark means what?
There's a background noise from your end. We are not able to hear you.
Hello, can you hear now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned like question mark and star, right? Or in the sense it's for all days like that, right?
So basically, whichever the items you want, this is for minutes, first term, second term for hours, third term for day of month, fourth term for which month, day of week, year. This all indicate one section indicates one meaning. Okay, wherever you want, exactly you need to fill the value. See, 0th minute, 20th hour means Friday 8 p.m. right? So Friday it should happen. So there are 3 items are unknown. So unknown pattern you can give star, whichever you feel like unknown. You don't want to define, you can give star. In Lambda, right? If you give star to all the places, what will happen? It won't consider as a expression. So as per Lambda, right, in the shared event bridge, we need to give a first star, give star here and here question mark. If it is giving next 10 trigger, that's fine, leave it. If it is not giving next 10 trigger, swap this, make this as a star, make this as a question mark. So it will, provide next 10 working cron. So that way you can go on.
Okay. The question mark means it should.
Mark means when you're unsure about the things, right? In that case, we need to either give star or question mark.
Okay, whatever we can give. Right?
Yeah.
Yesterday I just tried instead of question mark star, but it is not working. That's why.
That's what even for us is not right initially. So I tried with question mark, so it gives. So that's what when you create a event bridge, that time itself the trigger option will come. You click on it. See, there is an option called info. When you follow this guide, okay, so they used to tell. Okay, if you want more, click on this, you will get the more idea. Minutes. Okay, wherever they gave question mark is applicable, instead of giving star, we need to try use question mark as well. Okay. Only these 2 fields is eligible to use question mark. Day of month, day of week.
Okay.
When the pattern is not coming to you, like you have to give the question mark and try.
Okay.
Okay, now time is, we waited for 2 minutes. Now it's 4 minutes. So if we can go and check, instance should be still in running state. If I refresh, it stopped. Okay, still if you have any doubt, how Hari are telling it stopped because of my Lambda. So go to your Lambda. Okay, there is an option called monitor here. Okay, click on monitor. If you come down, you can check the log, CloudWatch logs. Okay, if you click on it, it will take you to CloudWatch. Over there, you can see when the Lambda is executed, all the information. See, it's if you go inside, you can see 8:13. Yeah, up to 8:17 it's executed. It seems like 8:17 it's executed. See, stopped your instance. It's showing me a log. Okay. All right. So this is the location you can check the log groups. Under the log group, in the name of your Lambda function, you will get the logs. But did anyone has any doubts so far in this use case? The setting of the Lambda is exactly same. Okay, only it's matter of what code you are pasting over here. Only the matter of what code you are pasting here. Rest all going to be the same. Whatever the last whole week we discussed a different scenario in Boto3, right? Any code you can post, but make sure your Lambda main function name should be Lambda handler, event, and context. The default main function name, Lambda. Okay, all of you good, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, let me delete this function. I have cleaned up. Fine, but these and all will not charge you something, but still. Okay, fine. Okay, from this use case, I'm gonna take this use case, very important use case. I'm gonna explain now to you all. So feel free to ask your doubts whenever, wherever you got it. One of my banking client asked me to set up a DR to their critical service with below requirement. So first of all, what is meant by DR, guys? Anyone knows what is DR?
Disaster recovery.
Disaster recovery.
Okay, that is a full form. What is DR? That's my question.
Whenever system goes down, some server has to support back in that time.
Oh, very good. In one line, I would say it's for high availability, providing high availability to our service, right?
Service. Yeah, that's right.
Switching to prod to DR to prod.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Right. Okay. One of my client asked me to set up a DR. Okay. So with the below requirement, what is my requirement? So RTO should be 30 minutes. RPO should be 4 hours of recent data. Restore time objective, restore point objective. The restore can also be called as a recovery time objective, recovery point objective. It's up to you. Project to project, it will vary. Restore time objective, restore point objective. Okay, fine. So critical server is identified using a tag. Okay, a technical term. So in order to work with this use case, right, you guys need to be familiarized with all these technologies. Tell me something. Which are the things you guys are already knows in this? You guys are familiarized with Python now?
Yeah.
Boto3?
Yep.
Yes.
CloudWatch event rule as a trigger?
Yes.
Yes.
IAM role to Lambda?
Yes.
Lambda service?
Yes.
Very good. So when you guys are familiarized with these are the technical term, only then you are eligible to work in this particular use case. Okay, because in order to do this item only, almost a week, last whole week, what we discussed, we started from Python, Boto3, slowly we learned Lambda, slowly we learned the event trigger rule. So these things are, we have made it, right? Anyway, now we are completely eligible to do this use case. Now, when you come to DR, right, the simple question, and see, sometimes when we, college days or school days, when we go for a public exam, we'll definitely know this question will come, but due to our laziness or some carelessness, okay, let's see, this won't come. Like we'll go, but exactly this question will come in the exams. Sometime we may experience such bad, for our bad time, sometime we may experience that. Anyway, why I'm telling like that, this Lambda, in this particular use case, if you go any interview, the interviewer will definitely will ask about how you are ensuring the high availability in your current environment. What are the techniques you follows? This world knows every interview, right? People will ask you this question. But the thing is, even we all know, but we don't have a proper answer to answer during every interview. That is a sad factor. But today, I'll tell you the scenario. I'll explain the scenario. So this is going to be converted in two way. Complete logic, complete scenario. I'm going to explain you. Coding part, you are going to do it by your own. Okay, fine. But of course, in the interview, they won't ask you to write a code. But answering in the interview, I'm responsible. I'll teach you that. Okay, fine. So basically, what is DR? DR is something disaster recovery, as you all said. Whenever there is a outage in our physical environment, example, I would say, due to earthquake, due to tsunami, due to fire accident in my data center, due to heavy rain, waterfall, so flooding things are going on. So something which beyond human limit, something which beyond humans, he will not be or she will not be able to control the incident. So that is something called as a disaster. So in order to recover my service during the disaster also, we'll have to plan something. Of course, I agree. Disaster won't happen this year, next year, up next year, or next 5 years, or next 10 years. But at the same time, we may not, be careless. That won't happen. It's a very rare case, happening once in 10 years, once in 5 years. We cannot be in that situation because nature can do anything at any time. But anyway, okay, end of the scenario, the bottom line is here, we need to have a proper DR always in place. Whenever anything happen, any disaster happen, my customers are not supposed to get into any outage. They have to continue run their service. That is an action plan and providing as much as possible high availability to my setup. This is the bottom line of setting up the DR for our environment, right? So this is the need which puts every customers to make sure they have a proper DR. Understand, all of you? Any questions so far?
No.
Got it.
Okay, if you all still got it, I have one doubt. Just try to answer me. Okay, you all. My question is, my doubt is, see, where we all posted our resources, it's on top of AWS. If any disaster come, any particular region down or any particular availability zone down, is it, as a technical techie or as a AWS cloud engineer, will you be able to do anything? Of course, no. If our data center goes down in the backend or availability zone goes down, our entire region is down, AWS have to take responsibility and they need to fix as soon as possible. You all agree with me or not? That's why we are coming to cloud. If it is physical data center, right? If it is a physical data center, I can take responsibility since I'm, I'm maintaining my own data center. To avoid all these headaches only, I'm coming to cloud. It should be done by my AWS. If any region down or any availability zone down, even if you try to help AWS also, it's out of your scope, out of your power and control. You don't know where it is there, which server and backend, how it is, nothing. It's nothing, out of your permission, out of your, you don't have access to that environment, by the way. You just having a front-end accessibility only. I mean to say, on top of AWS only, you have a control. In the console only, you have a control. Backend, this server is there, nothing. You are out of control in that. So in that case, AWS have to take care of the disaster recovery. In that case, why we are learning disaster recovery now and what are the use? It's totally out of our scope, right? What do you guys think?
No, for any project or any anything comes, we should recommend the disaster recovery plan, irrespective of our task, right?
Okay. Even you recommend where AWS is
we are keeping
right? Why we need
some different availability zone. We are this DR environment. We are keeping some other different zone. We are deploying in a hurry.
Yeah, we
So
are
one
deploying.
different
See,
zone.
that's what I'm telling. Whatever maximum high availability, we'll be doing it like one instance is one availability zone, another instance is another availability zone. We have a snapshot, we have backup, everything as much as possible at the console level, we are doing it already as a best practice, right? Then why we have additional configuration for DR?
Yeah, we should prioritize which is high priority and which can be ignored for some time when everything goes down. So we should prioritize that so that AWS can support us as well.
Okay, very good input. Any other addition to this?
The security access key and it will be lying with us, so we should be able to help with positioning.
Okay. Any other, Prithvi? What do you think? My question seems valid, right? So this doubt should come to everyone's mind now. Okay. I'll answer it. Imagine if you are not planning for the DR. Okay, you are in lazy stuff, or you are not taking much priority. You are imagine or assuming, hey, if there is any outage, AWS will take care. That's why I'm coming to cloud. Why I need to worry? If you feel like that, right? Of course, AWS is taking care when there is outage in the disaster level. Due to disaster, is there any outage? AWS is taking care. But recovering that, right? AWS may take 1 hour, or AWS may take 5 hours, or AWS may take 1 day, 5 days, 10 days. You agree with me? Till the time, right?
Yeah,
I cannot wait AWS to respond.
business will impact.
Yeah, that's right. So we should prioritize our requirements.
If I am completely waiting for AWS to respond, our complete dependency with AWS now.
Yeah.
It's in another word, I would say, whenever AWS want, they can provide service for me. If they don't want, they'll be not providing. Full control with the AWS right now.
Yep.
So we need not to put such situation. We need not to put our environment into such situation. That is why we are setting up our own DR by our hands. So even AWS take 1 hour or 2 hour or 5 hour, let them take that time, no problem. Meantime, I have my own DR setup available in my own account. So let me run my service within the given configuration of requirement. So that is why we have a two concept called RTO and RPO here. Okay, I'll explain about them. Imagine this is your this is your primary region, what you are using. Imagine AP South, Mumbai region. Okay. Okay. AP South, Mumbai region. Here you have all your critical servers like this. You have this servers, you have another server, you have another server, you have another service like that. Okay, you have many items like this. Okay, we have many servers like that. Out of these servers, right, you have some critical servers. Of course, when I have a server, I'll have a test server, I'll have a DB server. Out of it, I have some critical servers. These two items are my critical servers. So I need to plan my critical servers. Sorry, I need to plan DR for only for this critical server. Test server and all, if it is down, no problem for me. Right? I can ignore them. So whichever you feel like really critical, only plan DR for that service. Fine. So this is your current environment. This is your current environment. You have a VPC, subnet, everything configured well. Same way, when you look at, there is another environment. Okay. This is something, call it as your DR region. It could be any region, Singapore or US, America, whatever you want, you can pick any region. Whatever the network you have configured here, same duplicate you need to configure VPC. Whatever subnets you have, same duplicate you need to configure your subnets. Whatever the servers you have, right, same critical servers duplicate you need to configure over here. Like this. You need to create your own servers. Okay, so those source critical server you need to configure it. But make sure all these resources are here in stopped state. Why we need to keep them on stop state?
Because our regular one is up and running. We should not duplicate.
As I already told you, disaster may happen, once in a year, or once in 5 years, once in 10 years, or may not happen, right? So it may not happen. So we don't want to keep my DR resources are in running state. If you run, you need to pay for it. So make sure you are kept them in stop state. everything ready, network is ready, subnet is ready, even the server is in ready state. But make sure all of them in stop state, so we don't want to spend amount on every month bill. Fine. Now what happens once you set up this? There is something called RTO. Basically, right? RTO means if the outage is happened at what time? Imagine this outage, right? It's happened. Entire items are down. Maybe at 8:30, something like that. Okay. 8:30 a.m. my outage is happened. So restore time objective or recovery time objective, it should be 30 minutes of downtime. So which means that what we supposed to do, we need to up and run this. Okay, we need to up and run this services within 30 minutes of downtime. So what time I should up in this end?
By 9 a.m.
9 a.m. it should be up. This is something called as a restore time objective or recovery time objective. Maximum I can, as per my client SLA, I can give 30 minutes of downtime. This is something called restore time objective. Restore point objective, which means my client wants 4 hours of recent data to be restored. It can vary from the client to client, but still. Okay. Apart from this DR setup, we have something called RPO. 9 a.m. you are restoring, right? We have a things is going on, something like this. Okay, backup schedule. The backup schedule is all about your first backup. Should happen at 4 a.m. Sorry, 12 a.m. Second backup should happen at what time?
4 a.m.
4 a.m. Third backup?
8 a.m.
Very good. 8 a.m. Fourth one?
It would be 12 p.m.
Yep. Well, not 12 p.m. Yep. 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, correct. Fifth backup?
It would be 4 p.m.
4 p.m. Sixth backup?
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Seventh backup?
Again, next day 12 a.m.
Next day 12 a.m. So it will be in loop, like it will be start from here again, right? Right. Per day, how many backups we are taking? 6 backup every 4 hours once. Why we have decided to go with 4 hours once? As per my client requirement, they want 4 hours of recent data.
Yeah.
Okay. Outage happened at what time?
8:30.
8:30 a.m. Which is my recent data backup I have as per my
8
schedule.
a.m.
8 a.m. backup. So my restore time objective, okay. Sorry, restore point objective would be, my RPO would be RPO. Restore point objective or recovery point objective would be fourth backup, third backup. Third backup, which happened at 8 a.m. So if I restore 8 a.m. data, or at what time I am restoring exactly? 9 o'clock. Okay, so how much data loss I will face?
1 hour.
1 hour data loss. So which is comes inside of my SLA?
Yes.
Then perfect. So this is something called RPO. Based on my backup schedule, I need to restore it. This is something called my DR process, guys. This is something called my DR process. If you go any environment, it will be looks like that only, but only one small change. RTO and RPO will get differ. Timing will be to get differ, depends upon the criticality of the project. Imagine if you are a banking customer, you are ready to last 4 hours of recent data, your customer will accept it. Last 4 hours of transaction won't be there. Your banking client will accept?
No.
No, it depends on the client's requirement. You are a e-commerce customer. Last 4 hours of you won't get the customer transaction or customer's order deliverable details. Will that e-commerce customer will accept if you tell them 4 hours?
No.
No. So it depends on the client's criticality. Okay. So if it is, pharma related customer, you are going and telling, hey, last 4 hours, all your websites, right, will not be, functioning. Next 4 hours only it will run it. So it's website only. They have a static content. So they will accept. So it depends on the criticality of the customer. They will decide it. But the number of hours it's reducing, right? The company, okay, the company like TCS, CTS, they are providing service, right? They can get more money in the scope of work. Okay, that's fine. That depends. When you become a program manager or project manager, you can worry about that. But now not needed. You are a technical guys. So anyway, so this is the setup. Anyone has any doubt in this?
Hari, I have a doubt. You said region, if region will be down, we set up DR, right? If the whole AWS will be down, what will happen?
Multi-cloud. You will have to, in that case, you are not supposed to depend with only one cloud. You will be having a AWS, Azure, GCP kind of environment. If entire AWS down, you need to plan your automation in such a way, it will have to move to Azure or GCP. But that scenario will never happen. Okay, if the entire AWS down, people will lose the trust on the AWS. So that will never happen. But answering your question, only option is to go with multi-cloud.
Okay. Then what you said about the data loss, 1 hour data loss means what? Like how we got that 1 hour data? Said you will use SLA, right?
4 hours is SLA. As per my client requirement, they have a RPO. They are ready to accept as per our scope of work. They have accepted 4 hours of data loss. Because of this only, we are going with the schedule in this way. Okay. Because of my customer's requirement, I am planned for the data backup 4 hours once. So when the outage happened, I'll be taking a recent data backup. I'll restore it. So outage happened at 8:30, right? However, I have option available to restore at 8 AM backup only. So if I restore it around 1 hour data, 9 o'clock only I'm up my service. So 1 hours of data loss I'm facing here. That is acceptable, my client. So I don't have any issues. Okay. Why no response? Still not clear or what?
Yeah, I'm okay. But if we change to DR means the link will be changed, right? The public IP.
Definitely. So for that, we'll be having a DNS in the backend, whichever application is hosted, right? Your DNS team will be making sure here, if you use the load balancer, already you need to have your load balancer ready here. So the DNS will be pointed to this load balancer to that load balancer URL.
Okay.
Okay. So now tell me, what are all the automation we have to do here as part of, technical guys? What are the automation we need to plan here?
First thing, we need to set up the backup schedule.
Very good. Possible automation.
Okay. Yeah.
I would say, yeah, these automation code you're gonna write it. First automation is no backup.
Backup schedule.
Second
Second is like
Cyclic backup.
Sorry? Mani, could you repeat?
Cyclic backup
Which means?
every 4 hours.
Yeah, that's what backup automation mean. It comes automatically. Every 4 hours, it will take the backup.
And the second would be like whenever our system goes down, we need to have automate where DR system will come online.
Okay.
Yeah, instance start, like a DR instance.
Okay, what else?
And third one would be like restoring the latest backup into DR region.
Okay. Before that, we need to copy the backup from
Copy the backup. Yeah.
DR region. Then restoring the backup. Anything else? See, per day, for one instance, how many backups you are taking?
6.
Imagine you have 50 critical servers. 50 into 6.
300.
300, right? I'm bad in maths. Maybe 300. Okay, I'm going with your count. Okay, so 300. So when it is 300, imagine it's for 1 week. 300 into 7.
Yeah, 2100.
2100.
Yeah, 2100 or yeah. So imagine how much money you will pay if you are not deleting your snapshots on time.
But these backups we need last one. I mean, if I'm not wrong, we will not be storing all those backups, right? We will store hardly 1 day because our restore point objective was 4 hours only. So we can avoid saving that long back data.
We can avoid,
backups.
definitely. We can avoid.
Yeah.
You mean to say unnecessarily we don't want to carry the backlog by deleting the backup utility. So for that you need to automate, right?
I mean, clearing the backups. I mean, overwriting or clearing the backups. Yeah.
Cleaning up the old. Okay.
Old backup.
4 days backups. That's fine. Every 4 days. If 4 days recent the backup, will keep it. Remaining all it will be deleted. Okay.
Versioning need to be done, right?
Versioning means certificate. Fine.
We know deleting overwriting the old files.
Okay. Yeah, a snapshot lifecycle is there. I don't know what you are trying to mean.
In between, I have one quick doubt, Hari. If when we say the third point, copy the backup from source to DR region. When the source region is down, how we will copy that?
We will be copying on the frequently basis. Okay, every 4 hours, once the backup is done, immediately we need to transfer over here.
Okay.
Okay, if we wait for no DR the region to down, nothing. As you said, we can't copy anything. Once backup is done, right, we need to give that. You know, right? In snapshot, if you go in the drop down, you have option to copy that snapshot to another region.
Yeah.
Same thing you need to do. Once your backup is done, copy that to another region.
Perfect. Okay.
Then and there.
These backup data will be available in DR region, right?
Yeah. So once the backup is copied to DR region, the backup is available in the DR region.
No. Before the copy. You said like every 4 hours we should take backup, right? Where it will be stored.
Backup you will create it in the primary region, your primary region. Once backup has been taken, it will copy the backup to DR region. Okay.
As per when he said, if it is down means how we'll take the backup?
If it is down mean we can't take the backup. Down mean this process will occur. Before down, we need to plan for the backup, right?
Okay.
Every 4 hours once this process will happen. Backup will be taken every 4 hours once. If it is down, we need to follow all these process. What time it's down, what is the recent data, we need to restore it. That process will start. So down means we can't run any service, we can't take any backups. Before getting it down, we need to make sure the backup schedule has happening.
But we don't know, right, when it will be done.
That is why we are setting this DR. If it is down, now you will identify. You won't be able to access any of your application. In your monitoring tool, it show like server is down. By the way, only we'll came to know, okay, something happened, outage. We'll go and try to start the service. Meantime, we'll get the notification from AWS, this outage has happened. So we'll came to know some DR occurred. Then all these, the setup is ready here, but in stop state, we'll start these. Backup is, restored, copied from recent day. So we'll, attach to the server, we'll start this, we'll point the DNS. That's what we will do in 30 minutes of time. We don't know when earthquake comes. We don't know when fire accident happens. We are not God. That is why we are pre-planning this DR activity, right? That's why we are pre-planning.
Yeah.
Very quick question. The backup that takes that should be in a different region. Or do we need to set up manually, or it takes automatically?
We are hosting our resources in Mumbai region. Imagine this is our primary region. DR region could be anything like US region. Just imagine any one of the US region. So once backup is taken here, you will have to copy the backup to US region. Once as soon as it backup taken, copy. As soon as backup taken, copy to US region.
Okay.
Whichever you decided to go as a DR region. Okay, how many Lambda we need to create? So for backup and the cleanup, we can have one damn Lambda. Single Lambda, we can write a logic. Backup and cleanup. DR instant start, it's not a big deal. Today, what we did, if we have instance ID, if we click on the run button, it will start the resources, right? That is, we can do, it's not a big deal. Okay, and copying the, resources to DR region, we have one Lambda.
That also can be added in backup automation.
Yeah, we can add it. That is also good. If we are writing a logic in that way, we can do it. Otherwise, we'll do one thing. Taking a backup, copying to other region could be one Lambda. Deleting, cleaning up will be dedicated one Lambda.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, so for this, right, you guys going to write a script for this. Try to work on it and let me know. I'll help you in case of any doubt or any logics.
Restoring backup and copy backups to DR, both are same, right?
Restoring backup means your volume you have created, you need to attach to the EC2 instance. That is something called restore. Copying means from here to here, we are transferring the backup. This copy. You got that answer? When you got the answer, if you respond me, that will be really good. We can move on to next discussion.
Yeah. Still, I have a doubt. Like,
yeah, if you have a doubt, ask me. I can explain you. Copying backup, COPY. Copy means from the source region, you are transferring your backup to DR region. Restoring means once you have a backup, you need to attach to this volumes. Latest backup, you need to attach to this. Sorry, not a volume, EC2 instances. That is something called restoring the backup.
Okay, understood.
Yeah. Any other doubt to anyone? Okay, perfect. Then let me save this file. Yeah. Okay, guys. So we are done with Python Boto3 Lambda classes. So only you need to probably practice on the same. Okay. So based on your input only, going forward, I can help you. Okay, by sharing screen or something like that. Today, I think Divya or someone asked about event error, right? So we have done it based on your input. I can share your screen or I'll make you a presenter. We can troubleshoot it. But make sure all the scripts are updated here. You need to work appropriately. If you go Python and Boto3, you need to work on it. Almost 8 different use cases we have seen. So it's up to you now. You need to practice it. The more you practice, you will get the more familiarization. And before starting a Python and Boto3 class, someone asked, is this all the logic is enough to work in a project? Of course, yes. If you are at least clear in this logic, if you are practiced these logics, this is more than enough. Whatever requirement you get, you will be able to write your code by your own.
Hari, when you go to that screenshot, yeah. Here, automations, possible automation. Backup automation is there, right? First one. So backup automation means how we need to write in Lambda functions. I mean, do we get script for this?
Yeah. For all the script I have, the reason I'm giving you as a task is simple. You guys have to try. What about Boto3? Backup, under which service you are taking a backup? Service name?
S3.
S3 is a storage. EC2 you need to take a snapshot backup. Okay, go to EC2. Sorry. Clicked it twice, I believe. So if you come down, you will be copying this as first. And if you come down, create snapshot. You need to search for the API. Create snapshot. Okay. Click on that. You will get the description. Create snapshot of EBS volume stored it in Amazon S3. You can use the snapshot for backup. Okay, this is what exactly we need. Make a copy of EBS volume to save the data before shutting down on any instance. So this is our backup. So if you come down, response create snapshot. So you need to provide the volume ID. When you provide the volume ID, backup will be taken. So this is the response syntax. From here, you need to make sure to store the snapshot ID in any variable. Okay, this is for taking a snapshot. So another, you need to copy the snapshot, right? So search with search like copy snapshot. See, there is another API available for copy snapshot. Click on copy snapshot. You showed the API, snapshot ID in one particular, variable, right? So client copy snapshot, destination you need to provide, source region, and you can add destination region, which destination region you need to provide. If you provide, the snapshot will be copied to that particular region. That's it. One automation is done. Like that, you need to identify and do all the code, because I've provided all the codes already. Something you guys need to try from your end. That's why I'm leaving as a task. If you go, all the scripts I have provided already. All the scripts are already available. Okay, do by your own.
Harry, I have a doubt. The sending email, which I tried in local, it is worked, but which I tried in Lambda, that time I got there is no identity-based policy allows the IAM. What it is exactly?
You should check your code only. You have an issue with your code. But working in local, then SCS and all you have properly validated. If it is not working in Lambda, we need to check whether code side is anything need to be changed or updated. So we'll do it.
Okay. I think you need to remove access, please, in Lambda function.
Okay. Actually, I removed it.
And temp path you need to provide, and
Yeah, /temp, have you provided that path?
Yeah, I have provided /temp also,
Then
and there is
share
no.
your script or something in our group. We'll check and we'll let you know.
Okay, fine. And then for uploading file to S3, right? That time I use upload file instead of put object. That
Okay.
way it is okay.
Anyway, anyone
Is that fine?
Yeah, anything is fine.
Okay. That too, like I'll get the file from the particular folder which I saved.
/temp.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah, that.
I mean, you gave in local
But
system, right?
that yeah, that the
Yeah,
way I
local is
can.
fine. Local is fine, but you need to make sure you are getting it from the Lambda.
Okay, fine.
Okay, convert your script in that way.
But in local, if we create one folder and I have to paste the CSV file, means where I have to give the folder names in file name.
Local, automatically it will store where you keep your source code.
Okay, if I change, if I want to change means I can change.
First of all, there is no point of changing it. There is no use of changing it. But anyway, still, if you wanted to change from the local file, it's storing, right? You can write a code to copy to any different location.
Yeah, because why I am asking, like, if I need to store that CSV file in S3 bucket, right? That time I can easily get.
Local is only for development purpose. The writing a code, we use local. We have a text editor, we have a code editor. In live projects, we will not run any codes in your local. So there is no point in, you're spending too much time in copying from local. Don't do that. Local is just for writing a code. Once you've done with your first level of your code, you need to put it in Lambda. Everything have to done from Lambda only.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so work based on Lambda. From the Lambda, copy to S3 bucket.
Okay.
I have done using put object.
Both are fine. Put object or upload object, anything fine. End of the day, if file is uploading
Yeah.
S3 bucket, that's fine.
Okay. Okay, I'll paste my code. Anyone find anything? Then.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you, guys. Take care out. Bye-bye. We'll connect tomorrow. Probably tomorrow onwards, we need to start a cloud formation, I believe. Okay, there's an extra AWS service. So tomorrow, let's get connected. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Hari.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye.